what is happening in Ukraine and is trying to use the suffering of people there, the terrible conditions, the way in which people are made refugees, the way in which they're cowering in bomb shelters, the way in which their cities are being shelled and are being evacuated. None of this can be justified in the slightest, but our government wants to pretend that it has never been involved in wars like this.
Devastated by sheets of the Ukrainian poison, Agent Orange. And today,
so much, Victoria, for that incredibly moving.
To him, look, we've just finished the war, Second World Permission for the authority in certain circumstances to launch nuclear weapons. In certain circumstances, in other words, if there's any challenge from NATO in a military sense. I'm not here to defend NATO. I don't think military blocs have got anything to do with this world. They shouldn't be here. But
Cause for war, it takes everyone. It takes unity and it takes solidarity. Black Lives Matter has been very quiet on this invasion into the Ukraine. We are opposed to war. Black people have been fighting for peace for over 400 years. To our very core, if we are to stand united against things like war, it's all of our races together. If a Ukrainian bleeds and I bleed, it's the same blood. We need solidarity. Black train drivers in the Ukraine being thrown out and stopped at the border and not being allowed to travel. Is that right? No! Is that right? No! Should we not be standing together in solidarity and unity? Yeah. Listen, anybody in the Ukraine should be allowed to leave the country. Okay, I've heard senior people, senior politicians in the Ukraine, actually a senior... Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Whose lives matter?
Expansion. Today, the United States of America has 11 aircraft carriers and indirectly out of the invasion of Iran. To the wars that we are arming in Yemen and in Palestine.
Across the world, and our immediate message is stop
the old ones, the Hasselblad, cost you about $1,000.
Democratic so-called NATO High Command, they're made in Washington by the White House and the...
Russia is an imperialist. This is aggressive. This is...
The campaign for nuclear disarmament, who's co-hosting,
raises the spectre of nuclear war. And we know this war race. We do not...
So my name's Sunny. I'm a student at King's College London, and I don't really like to dabble too much in politics or anything, but I feel like I had to come along to this just because of what's going on recently and the madness that's unfolding in eastern Ukraine. And I feel like music has a potential to restore faith in people, and that's why I came along today. So I play the violin, and we played the Ukrainian national anthem, along with a few other hymns by Ukrainian composers. And originally we were going to play a piece by Mussorgsky called In the Gates of Kiev, but we eventually decided to drop that. So today it was just the Ukrainian national anthem and a few other hymns.
So did you enjoy today?
Yeah, definitely. It was a really good turnout, and everyone kind of contributed as a group, and it was a really powerful effect in the end.
Yeah, unfortunately it was quite short.
Yeah, we're Ukrainians. We live in London for 6 years. Once Russia started the hybrid invasion to Ukraine, we went over here, and now it's full-scale invasion over Ukraine. So that's what we witness now. Before, it was not, people were not taking it very seriously, saying that, oh, that's something internal. Now, as the mask's fallen, people see what's happening. And we do appreciate the support and all the sanctions to protect Ukrainian people, to stop this war. Yeah, basically, this is our message. We need to declare Ukraine as a no-fly zone. So our military troops, they can fight on land, but there's no airplanes and no airfields left. There's nothing efficiently which can protect us from bombing. So we need...
million of civilians there. There are still millions of civilians there. Not only 1 million who fled to Europe, so they are dying daily if they've been bombed from there.
We feel a great deal of support from Londoners and all the people gathering here, playing classical music and supporting Ukraine. The more attention it gets, the better. Yeah, it's very nice. It's people feel that everyone's been very supportive and empathic to Ukraine. So yeah.